Oh, no. Oh boy, those dreams, huh? They can certainly be real at times. Maybe what kind of had to do with that is I did get out here and set up camp in the dark. So, you know, didn't get to really see my surroundings. Maybe that had something to do with it. But I do say that in the middle of the night, I did feel peaceful. There was definitely something big that came through close to camp. Something with hooves. It wasn't a bear or anything like that. And then a little bit later on that night, there are a couple other ones. Couldn't tell if they were elk or moose, but they're fair sized. And then early this morning, I did hear a bear off in the distance there, but all in all, a nice and peaceful night. Albeit dreams can really wake you up, can't they? So, but to be sure that, you know, I've never had any bad experiences with animals, so that's a good thing. And like I said, tonight I'll be in the tract of woods. It's got a greater population of moose and elk, and then potentially wolves and bears as well. So let's go see what we see today, huh? This reminds me of being on Isle Royale, looking across and seeing the moose out there. Don't see any here, but this might be a water break here. Down to a half liter, and so let's see what we got. Got some mosquitoes, frogs. Huh. Nice and brown and foamy. Maybe not, huh? Well, I got some anyway. A little yellow. Got some extra nutrients in it, right? I'll just be sure to filter it. I think it's just a couple miles up ahead here. I turn onto a paved road, turn right, and then that takes me to where I finally hook onto the North Country Trail. And then the North Country Trail will, I think it takes me through a wilderness area in a tract of the Ottawa National Forest. And then eventually that takes me into Marquette. All right, let's see what we find up ahead. We've got another, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Another 3.5 days of this wilderness, so I'm sure before I get into Marquette. So I'm sure that I'll be able to see something. This one's even prettier, isn't it? Except for these dang mosquitoes, man. Ah! All right, how are we going to get around this here? Let's go over here. And another one up here. Frogs. So look, I got Pete here with me.
That's Peshekee Pete, don't you know?
Pishiki Pete. Tell him all about your stuff.
Oh, about myself. Well,
Yeah.
I was born and raised up here in the UP. You know, a rifle in one hand and a fishbowl in the other, and been enjoying the great outdoors thanks to my father and my grandfather.
So this is Peshekee Pete.
Yep.
And we met each other right there out on the road. He gave me a ride about, what, 2.5, 3 miles? Something
Yeah,
like that?
about that, hey.
Yeah. Get down here to the North Country Trail. Now I'm headed out that way about another 3 more days to Marquette, and Pete's going to go do a little fishing maybe.
A little speckled trout fishing, don't you know? And I hope Mike has a safe journey headed to Florida.
All right, thanks a lot.
You betcha, eh?
Okay. All right, Peshekee Pete and the Pishiki River. I'll be going along it, not very much, but actually veering off of it. So thanks again, Pete. And he told me also about this area where I'm going to be going. I'm actually now on the North Country Trail, so I'll be on the North Country Trail for a bit of time through the UP. If I can get to Pictured Rocks, I don't know. I might be turning off of it, actually, over in Munising. Anyway, Pete was telling me about this area that I'm going in. It's called the McCormick tract. It's a wilderness area. It was acquired back in 1904 by a guy named Cyrus McCormick. What's notable about him? He's the guy that invented the reaping machine. So anyway, 16,000 acres, a little bit thereabouts. Let's see, where do I go? I'm already lost. Follow the blue blazes. Anyway, he bought it for use as his family and guests to use as vacation, respite, things like that. Passed down into the family, and then that was 1904. And then in 1967, was it? 1987. Anyway, follow-on generations. I think it was his grandson, might have been his son. I think it was his grandson. Actually donated this whole area. And now it's managed by the Ottawa National Forest. And so they took off all the buildings. They had a bunch of buildings out here that the people used when they came to vacation. And so all the buildings were moved, and now it's just being allowed to just go all back to nature. So anyway, I got to pay attention here because I got to follow the North Country Trail. This looks like a trail, but this doesn't look like it. All right, before I get lost. All right, the North Country Trail, I guess is what it is. Follow the blue blazes. What blue blazes tarnations are you doing here? No, there's supposed to be blue blazes painted on the trees or posted on the trees every so often. Do you see any? Well, I'm guessing this is it. I'll check the map in a few minutes just to make sure I'm not off course. But pretty forest land, huh? Blue blazes, where are you? Nice view, huh? I think the goal is crossing that road right down there. And with that, I think the trail goes down that way. Soon find out. But nice view. And nice of you, Lord, to give me some clouds, cool things off a bit. Thank you very much. So it's been relatively easy finding the trail. I have come across more evidence of moose, and don't know if you can hear that thunder. And also, Pete was telling me that on his trail cam a couple weeks ago, not too far from here. He actually caught a cougar. So, not only do we potentially get to see moose, bear, wolves, and deer, but maybe also an elusive cougar or mountain lion. See what happens tonight, huh? Well, I've been walking all morning through a whole bunch of nothing, wilderness. The trail comes and goes, comes and goes. You got to backtrack and find it. And then, after a few hours, boom, come up to this. Showing that you're at the boundary of the wilderness area. And then again, off it goes into nowhere. So, kind of interesting. So this North Country Trail, it's been pretty. A little challenging at times, simply because of the route finding. Other than that, though, it's been nice. Oh, and of course, no trail markers. And this would be the first trail marker that I've seen since getting into the wilderness on the other side there. North Country Trail. All right. Seems like the mosquitoes aren't so ferocious here, so I might take a little break. Now, this is what I've been looking for right here. These blue blazes. Haven't seen any during this whole time here in the wilderness area. And now I'm thinking about it, maybe they don't allow them to put them in wilderness areas. Here's another blue blaze. And then there's one up there on that tree. So yeah, that must have been it. Alright, so it should be easier to follow this trail, and probably I'll speed up on my time here, huh? I was only doing 1.5 miles an hour through all that stuff. But this trail looks a lot easier to follow now. Ah. Look at that. Another nice view, wouldn't you say? That's the Dead River down there. And I think it's called the Dead River just because it's following a very flat contour. The river's flowing this way. This is looking southeasterly, and it's flowing like this into Silver Lake, which is over this way, almost 1.5 miles. So hopefully I'll be able to set up camp tonight and have a look out over Silver Lake. But this is the Dead River, the lazy river going into Silver Lake. And I want to mention something else kind of pretty nice. It is pretty nice. Out here in the middle of the wilderness, look at this. All of a sudden, stumble on this here bench. Can I see it? Yeah. Right here. Nice bench out overlooking this Dead River here. And the other nice thing too is that nice breeze. So there's no mosquitoes, man. Oh, those pesky mosquitoes. You wouldn't know that it's middle of August. I thought they were supposed to be toning down by now. Come on, man. Alright, so it's probably another 4 hours, yeah, about another 4 hours of daylight. I'm going to probably knock off in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and start back up in the morning. Hopefully get a nice breeze and no mosquitoes. Well, after being in the forest for 3 days, look what I've broken out into. Wow. So this is going to go, going to go catch a road and turn right, which is easterly. And that's still going to follow, I think, the north side of Silver Lake, which is actually up and over that ridge which I just came up over. And then tonight I think it's just going to be one of those nights of finding a place to camp. There might be a little spit of state land. Otherwise I just have to stealth camp somewhere. And then 2 more days into Marquette. And as I come out, looks like there's a rescue going on here. I guess somebody was injured. I wonder if that had anything to do with the airplane that was flying around yesterday. There's a little airplane flying around. Looks like they were doing some grids. So this could be it. Marquette County Sheriff. Alright, well, I'm heading down that way. Interesting procedure. Coming in, they have these beacons right here. There's one, there's two, third one's over there that marks the landing zone, which was pretty interesting. So good luck to whoever it was. Well, after being in those thick northwoods for the past few days, look up there on the hill, and now being in all this, I think this is all clear cut from timber operations a long time ago. It's just now starting to kind of grow back, but it's just kind of a it's kind of a sensory shock being out in this big wide open expanse here. Do you hear that? I was just walking along the road here. All of a sudden I hear this gurgling. Look at this. Nice cold stream. I have a word for this that usually you don't use for stuff like this. Whenever I come across cold streams like this, I call them luscious. Luscious because it's that cold, clear water. And I don't know if I'm gonna, ouch, mosquitoes too. Cold, clear water, and I don't know if I'm gonna have another water stop today. So I stocked up, drank a little bit over a liter, and I'll fill this up again. That'll give me 3 liters, hopefully to get till tomorrow. But luscious, that's my word for this. Yeah. It's nice and clear too. It's not that brown yellow stuff that I've been drinking. You know, walking these deserted back dirt roads through, for all intents and purposes, wilderness, it's kind of the best of both worlds, because you do get the wilderness experience. So look at this. These trees have been planted to planted in rows, I guess, to fill in where they clear cut a long time ago. But it doesn't look like they're doing too well, does it? Well, maybe not so much on this side, but over on that side they're all planted in rows. Anyway, like I was saying, it's the best of both worlds, because you get the wilderness, but you also get the benefit of not having to traipse through trails that are kind of overgrown in places. Got blowdowns that you got to hop over that aren't marked in some places, so you got to turn around, find out where you are. So going through that section there, the North Country Trail there in the McCormick tract, it was slow going. I was lucky to get 1.5 miles an hour. Sometimes it was lower in places. Now that I'm on this road, I'm back up to almost 3 miles an hour, so that's the positive thing of it, huh? But it is pretty, and I have a feeling I'll be making home tonight in something like this. There's a little section of state land up here. If I decide to stop there, it's a little bit short of what I want to do, and then it's all private property after that for about, I don't know, a few miles. Well, we'll see. Well, hello there. I haven't seen one of you since Kansas last August. Have a nice day. Yeah, this is pretty. I have half a mind just to go swimming, but that water is kind of brown looking. That's that's Mulligan Creek. Mulligan Creek. And look at this, I'm on pavement now, which is kind of a bane. Oh, you either have a boon or a bane, right? Pavement is good to walk fast on, but then it really does a number on your feet. So that's the way it goes. Oh, these late afternoon shadows, I like them. And here's something I want to show you as well. Look at this. Forest over here, and no more forest over here. So here's what it looks like when all the timber is cut so that you can build your houses. Write on paper, get wrapping paper for birthdays and Christmas, all sorts of stuff. Paper plates, etc., etc. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But I mean, we have to use our stuff. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Clear cut forest. Still paralleling Silver Lake, and I found another piece of state land, so I'm trying to get there before dark, and I think I'll make it. Well, a nice morning with the clouds that are keeping things a little bit cool. It's a bit humid, so I'm still working up a sweat. And as usual, I did get a start late today. But I was going to try and make it into Marquette a day early today, therefore trying to do 20 miles. And it looks like this road would really help me do it, but in more places than not, this has been a sandy road. And I met a couple of motorcyclists last night, and they called this the litter box. So I can see why. So if this, I've been going from spot to spot, looking for the packed parts. But it's been more sandy than it's been packed. So I don't know if I'm going to make it into Marquette today. But if I don't, then that'll leave me just another 5 miles to do tomorrow, I guess. Look at this hard packed right here. Oh, and by the way, if you want to buy 40 acres out here, there's a phone number you can call and see how much it is. And if you feel up to it, give them a call and let me know what it's what the price is. I think this is on called Red Road. It's near Ishpeming, Michigan. Well, I was just walking along here after the road turned to pavement here, and I was coming across where the snowmobile trail is, and there's a couple people, a couple kids there. Michelle and Bev, hello there. They're waiting for Michelle's husband Robert, who is, you think I'm doing something tough. He's doing, just doing a 50-mile run right now. So they're waiting there at his checkpoint to give him some resupply. Anyway, they gave me an apple and orange, filled me up with water. So thank you very much. And Bev, maybe I'll see you over there by Pictured Rocks, wherever. And anyway, thank you very much. Well, right on cue on the map, here's the trail I'm cutting over to. Don't know what it's like, so I'll find out. But basically, heads right into Marquette. And I stopped back there with Michelle and Bev for a little bit longer than I expected. So either I get in late to Marquette, like around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or else just hang around out in the woods here somewhere. Yeah, I'll see how I feel. So this is called the Noquamanon Trail, but I think it's actually a system because there's different branches of the trail based upon, I guess, skill level. They have intermediate and beginner and pet friendly and all that. So here's my first opportunity. No. There's a little junction up here where I can go on the easy trail or the intermediate trail. And maybe I'll go on the easy trail. It's all pretty much downhill, so I don't know why this is considered intermediate unless it starts going up or something. I don't know. Noquamanon Trail outside Marquette, Michigan. Well, this is funny. It's a good thing I was planning on taking the easy cut-off part of the trail, because I certainly didn't see the junction where the two split the intermediate and the easy. So, all right. You know what I found interesting over this past week, going through the North Country Trail, and now this McCormick Trail, is how few people have been using them. There in the North Country Trail, when I got to the trailhead, I saw a couple sets of people, but I think they were just going for a day hike up to a lake and back, because they didn't have any backpacks or anything like that. And then as I got deeper into the wilderness there on the North Country Trail, I only saw one set of footprints, and those appeared to be maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 days ahead of me, just based upon how old they looked and everything. And then I saw those same footprints walking along the road walk portion of the North Country Trail as well. But here on this Noquamanon, which is a very nice trail, not a single footprint at all. It's really interesting. So, if you ever get out here to the Marquette area in the Upper Peninsula, come hike this trail. It's pretty nice. The North Country Trail, of course, as well. Nice and wildernessy, if there's a word like that. Starting to be a long shadow again. I like these late afternoon backcountry roads. Quiet, peaceful, pretty. Well, getting to the end of a segment here. It's been a good week. Traipsing through the North Woods. Not seeing much wildlife, but hearing it and seeing the signs of it. But it's been peaceful, and it's kind of an interesting transition whenever you are coming to the end of a wilderness trek and getting into a city. It's just kind of a different feeling. And not only do the sounds change, sounds from the wind rustling through the trees, or the call of the wildlife, but off in the distance you can hear a different call, the call of community, civilization. You can hear a little bit of Marquette buzzing off in the distance. And I've said this before on previous videos last year on the first walk across America, and that is, if you ever have a chance to get out and enjoy the wilderness, whether it's just for a couple hours, a couple days, whatever, do it. It really is soothing for the soul. If you don't have the opportunity to get out to the wilderness, you know, maybe, oh, look at this, maybe go out to a park, something. Just listen to the quiet, listen to the breeze, or if you have the opportunity, go someplace where there's a nice view. Look at that. Big Lake Superior. Come back to it. Looks like the ocean, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just peaceful to look at that stuff and hear it. So that's my advice. Get out there and listen to the quiet. Get away from the din and the noise of the city, if that's where you are, and soothe your soul. And that'll be it for now, and I'll show you a little bit of Marquette on the next video. In the meantime, take a look at that view once more. Downtown Marquette, Michigan.